Yo, what's going on? Chavo Guerrero Jr. here, giving a big shout out to Wrestling Rehab. Keep watching, keep listening, and Viva la Raza.
Órale.
Órale, Cholo Trucker Wrestling Rehab. Shout outs to all the junkies out there. It is here. Well, not quite yet, but it is almost here. Night of Champions. A PLD where every title was supposed to be defended. At least that's how Night of Champions, how I remember this PLD uh, starting, that every title was supposed to be defended. But no, as a matter of fact, most of the matches on this show are non championship matches. But let's go ahead, man, and let's break it down. Let me go ahead and bring in the man who's going to be calling down the fights from the LA Times. Well, Mr. Pablo.
What's happening, everybody? How you
What's going
doing?
on, big dog?
Are you ready to do this? And like you said, man, not everyone's a championship fight, but we got some good ones in there.
Yeah, we got some all right ones, man. And let's go ahead and bring in the wrestling analyst from South Central Los Angeles, one Mr. Big Bird.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good, dog. All four of us. You know what I mean? All four of us right here.
Oh, yeah, right there. The Blue Demon.
A Blue Demon, man. Hey, first, let me go ahead and ask you. I'll start with you, Pablo. Overall, are you excited for this PLD?
Uh, 5 out of 10. 5 out of 10. I'm not overly excited, and I know there was some possible cancellations of the event and all this stuff, but hey, nonetheless, we're there, man. Where we got it, it's coming. But at the same time, hey, anytime we have wrestling, it's a good day, So I can't be too much of a haterade, Uh, I'm happy.
Big Bird, you on a scale from 1 to 10, where's your excitement for Night of Champions?
I could give it a 6 because at first I was excited, but with all this thing happening, like I'm a bit worried, for the wrestlers and the WWE executive producers and everybody over there. So I pray for them. It might sound like a little bit cringy, but hopefully they put on the show and then they could come back safely.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, man, there was talks about some of the talent that didn't want to go because they're doing Friday Night SmackDown out there as well. For those that are not watching this live, we're doing this on a Thursday, so this is before Friday Night SmackDown. They're doing Friday Night SmackDown over there as well. So it's not just the talent that's going to be performing at Night of Champions. So it's also everybody that's there for Friday Night SmackDown as well. So yeah, man.
Hey,
Is
Cholo,
it?
before you go on,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
exactly is it? Is it Dubai or is it actually Saudi Arabia?
You know what? Honestly, Pablo, I really don't know, man.
I just I just bring it up
Everybody.
because some of those countries, they're not really friendly with Iran. Like Saudi Arabia is not
Mm,
really friendly with Iran, and I only bring that up in the sense because it might be safer than we think, man. I bet you they're gonna have a gang load of security, bro. So yeah.
yeah, I'll be real with you guys, man. I don't really know. I mean, I do hear Dubai, but I don't. All I hear is Riyadh season.
Right.
Whatever that's supposed to be, I got no idea, man.
Right.
But anyway,
Over here in Cali, we don't even know where Tennessee is, bro. How are we supposed to know that, huh? Yeah.
hey, if I bring out a map, man, and I say, "Hey, point out Rhode Island," let's see how many people can point it out, man.
Right.
All right, Pablo, you got the matches, brother.
Yes, sir, man.
All
Yes,
right, let's
sir.
let's go through them. Let's see what's up.
All right, man. Hey, we're gonna break this down the way the WWE has them on their website. All right.
Mm,
So our first match, two great people, one that has a lot of potential, man. I saw potential in this guy when no one else really did. when everybody else was hating on him. Now the fans have turned and love this guy. And so two people that the fans are really kind of behind. Not totally, but they're getting there. So Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. Why don't you kick it off, Big Bird? Give us your thoughts.
I mean, I have said before that I'm not a big Sami Zayn fan, but I know he's really big over there. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna win. But they are gonna put a wrestling clinic because I think the last match that Karrion Kross had, I think it was like 2022, if I'm not mistaken, right? So he really has to give it like 100% and show like, hey, you know what? I belong in WWE, and I belong, like, como se dice? I deserve that push.
Right.
Yeah, but I think Sami Zayn's gonna win this one.
Yeah. Sami Zayn, is this his third time going over there? Because he wasn't allowed over
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have that side of the world's a lot different, man. They wouldn't allow him over there because he's Jordanian, and that means something to them over there. Okay. I'll go next, Pablo. I want to see where you stand on it because you're such a big Sami Zayn guy, man. Look, to me, man, Sami Zayn is super duper mid card. He's a good mid card guy. He's a good mid. That's not a shot at him. That's not a shot at him. He's a good mid card guy. He's a good worker. All that stuff. I do believe he will be champion one day. I do believe that. Okay, but it's gonna be one of these like, hey, you know what? Everybody wanted it. Here, you got it. But he'll never be like a long term champion. I mean, come on. What was his face was a champion at one point? The guy from India.
Oh, it's the Ginger Mahal.
Come on, Jinder Mahal, right? So, but going through this match, Karrion Kross has actually gotten the liking from the fans ever since he cut that promo. The guy in the suit and tie in the back, go F yourself. Um, I'll be honest, man. I don't even remember how good of a wrestler he is. Like you said, Big Bird, it's been this could be his first PLE match in what, 3 years? I
Yeah,
don't I don't even remember what he does in the ring. Honestly, I liked him when he was with Final Testament.
Right.
But
Oh,
I don't even remember any of his matches though. Like I don't know how good he is or not. Sami Zayn's a good worker. He's a good wrestler. I think this is a good match. They've been building this pretty decent. I am somewhat interested in this. Um, Man, honestly, I could see this one going either way. Does Sami Zayn losing to Karrion Kross, does that bury him? Because you're trying to push the guy up a little bit. I'm gonna say Karrion Kross wins by cheating. I'm gonna say he
Ooh.
wins by cheating. Remember, he wanted AJ Styles to cheat to win against Logan Paul. That's when all this whole fiasco happened. So I'm gonna say Karrion Kross wins by cheating. That way you kind of save face a little bit for Sami Zayn to a certain extent. But if Karrion Kross is getting this push because the fans are starting to get behind him a little bit, that's how you do it. I'll say you, Pablo.
Yeah, man. So let me go a roundabout way of getting to my pick. Um, so as far as Karrion Kross's wrestling, like when he was back, coming out with his little group, I was really, I thought he had the look. I thought he had everything, man. And the one strike against him, as I've been doing like little studying, is that the word in the back is that he don't like to take bumps, you know, and he wrestles similar to Roman Reigns. He takes his time, he goes in there, he's a good wrestler, but he doesn't like to take the hard bumps. Like if you hit him flat on his back, he don't like to land on his back. He doesn't like to, risk getting hurt, stuff like that, although he's a great wrestler. So that's one strike against him. But the argument against that is that the Roman Reigns is the same way. He doesn't like to take bumps. And then the other thing around this match is this is just the dirt sheets, right? Is that Triple H does not like Karrion Kross. That's why he hasn't got a push. The fans have wanted Karrion Kross to get pushed. They've been pushing, But supposedly, if rumors are true, Triple H does not like Karrion Kross. Thirdly, Sami Zayn is beloved over there. Beloved. Dubai, Saudi Arabia, they're paying all this great money to have these great events over there. Sami Zayn is like their one guy that speaks their language. They're behind. And it would be cool to do a royal screw job on him, and cheat to win. But if this is somewhat the way they're going to have the matches play, if Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross go out there and if they're the first match, I see Sami Zayn winning and starting it on a big. It's like a big burst of joy for the show. So Sami Zayn being the person, being the guy, being that they love him, being that the Saudis are putting up all this money, and if it's true that Triple H doesn't like Karrion Kross, I have to go with Sami Zayn for the win, and people over there will rejoice. But it would, Cholo, you're right, be a great, great, great thing if Sami lost by cheating. That would just, man, make everybody go crazy over there.
What's a push for Karrion Kross in your mind? I mean, a push for him doesn't necessarily mean he needs to be, on the levels of Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns or
No,
Cody Rhodes.
exactly.
I mean, at some point he could get a United States title run, can't he?
Definitely, bro. He what they mean by push is like they've been using him only backstage. They haven't put him up front. They haven't put him out in the ring really. They've just been keeping him in the back. So yeah, definitely I agree with you. It doesn't have to be a big old push. What do you think, Big Bird?
Yeah, I agree with you too. He could win the United States Championship or the Intercontinental.
Yeah.
But I don't see him winning like the big title soon or in the future. But yeah, he did got over because of that little documentary he did and everything. He kind of remind me like a wrestler like from the '90s. I don't know, like a young Undertaker, like the way he
Yeah.
looks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
The fans really
but
like him, bro, for some reason. For some reason, the fans they didn't start liking him. I mean, they didn't start out that way.
uh
And even Cholo Trucker, man, used to hate on him when we used to talk. But now he's coming up, man. The fans are starting to like him.
yeah, I think what sold it was because of that little documentary he did. When it was WrestleMania over there in Las Vegas. So
Yes.
you got behind him, like, damn, you could feel like his frustration, his pain, and everything, and it's like, but I know for a fact that this match that he's gonna have with Sami Zayn, he's gonna give it his 100%. So so the people in the back could see like, wow, this guy could put on the wrestling clinic, and you know what, maybe we could push him a little bit.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, okay, I will say this. Karrion Kross, this is his time to shine. This is his time to live up to the moment. I don't remember when was the last time he actually had a match on Raw or SmackDown.
It's been a bit.
His first PLD in a few years. This is definitely his time to shine out there and get the fans behind him. Win or lose, he's got to go out there and put on a clinic. And I'll be real with you guys, man. I don't think he can do it because I don't really remember much of him in the wrestling ring. Like I know I've seen him wrestle, but I never seen nothing sticks out to me where I'm like, oh yeah, man, he could go.
You
He could
always
go
hated
down.
on him, fool.
Because but because when they brought him back, Pablo, you're right. But when they brought him back, do you guys remember they had him beefing with Roman Reigns? Like they just brought him back and then just threw him right into the top of the scales, man. I'm like, wait, hold on, who the heck is this dude? Nobody cares about this fool. Nobody cares about this. I don't even know who the hell this guy is. And they have him over there, hitting Roman Reigns. Like, get out of here, man. You're nowhere near that level. So it didn't come organically. And by the way, I don't know, maybe they set him up to fail. Maybe that was the problem. So now organically it looks like it's starting to happen a little bit. But it's not as organic as LA Knight because his push is as organic as it got. With Karrion Kross, it's not happening in the ring. This is his first chance. for him to prove it in the ring. Pablo. Oh
Yeah,
no, did we lose Paul?
can you hear me?
Oh, you know what, Paul? You're on mute. Pablo, you're on mute, man. Yeah, I got you, Big Bird. But Pablo, he muted himself.
I didn't mute myself, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're on.
You just muted me, bro, because you knew I was bringing up your past, bro, by hating on Carrion, bro. Hey, were you guys ready to go on?
Let's do it, big dog.
All right, man.
Yeah.
Here is the
Oh wait,
fight.
wait,
Go ahead.
just clarity. So Pablo, who do you have?
I have Sammy.
You have Sammy, Big Bird.
Me too. Sami Zayn.
Okay, and I got Karrion Cross by cheating. Okay,
That would be dope. That would be dope. That would be a swerve, bro, that we don't see coming, bro. That would be
okay.
neat. That'd be neat. All
Yeah.
right. So here's the next one, man. And this match is something I look forward to a long time ago. About a year ago, man, when this was a really hot fight. But we got this fight. Huerita is hurt.
Mm.
Roxanne Perez is around, and Dominic Mysterio is out hurt as well. So we got Rhea Ripley versus Raquel Rodriguez in a street fight. What do you say, Cholo?
All right, man. Okay, look, I like this match. Okay, I like this match, but there's something that I have a major issue with. A major issue. Okay.
Uh-oh.
First of all, these two girls are like two giants, right? Two powerhouses meeting, and I think they could put on a great match. All right. So I am looking forward to it. I am looking forward to the match. Here's the problem that I have, and it's my love for tag team wrestling.
Yep.
Just stop putting tag teams in one-on-one beef programs with single competitors. That's my big issue with all of this, man. You
Yes.
do not go and get Luke from the Bushwhackers to take on, Mr. Perfect. You don't you don't do that. If you're gonna get Luke from if you're gonna get Luke from the Bushwhackers and you want him in a one-on-one match, you have him face Smash from the Demolitions. That's what you do, and that's how you build the tag team rivalry. You do not have them go up one-on-one against, Rick the Model Martel when he's not in a tag team. You stop doing that, man. That is ruining tag teams. Or just completely wipe out the tag team division, completely dismantle get rid of the tag team titles because they don't mean anything. I thought it was stupid for Liv to start beefing with Nikki, unless if the rumors were true that Brie was going to come back. Okay, but stop having tag teams have one-on-one beefs with single competitors. Outside of that, I love this match. If Raquel was just on her own, I wouldn't have any issue with it. So that's my only beef. But I think this is a good match, man. And honestly, I think Roxanne Perez is actually going to take over for Liv, which I think is cool. I think
Yes.
there's a good story there to build while Liv is out, and when Liv comes back, bam, man, that's an awesome story. And this match right here, Raquel. You know what, man? Raquel is really only relevant because of Liv. If I'm gonna be honest, man, she's only relevant because of Liv. If they want her to survive, I would say have her win. But then again, do you really want mommy to lose? I'm gonna say mommy. I'm gonna say mommy wins. I'm gonna say mommy wins, man. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking on something different now, but I want to hear what you guys got to say.
Hey, do you think before we move on to Big Bird, do you think Roxanne Perez is going to play any role in this?
That's what that's what I'm thinking, Pablo, because they just she played a role on Monday Night Raw, and for the first time you saw a little camaraderie between the two. Like, okay, cool. You know what? gracias. We're a little bit on the same team, because Raquel has always been like, "Psh, get out of here. Like, what the heck? Like, Liv's my girl. Nobody knows you. Get out of here, Roxanne, right?" But on Monday Night Raw, you saw a little bit like, okay, like, maybe this can work out. Maybe we can do something. So I'm a little torn with maybe Raquel Rodriguez does win because Roxanne steps in and helps her cheat. Um, Man, I don't know if you really want to do mommy like that though, man. I think mommy's too big of a star. So I think I'll stick with Roxanne at the moment.
Nice. I'll say you, Big Bird.
Well, me, I'm a big Rhea Ripley fan. I like her, and they're gonna have a good match because both of them they're like tall, and I think you're right. I think Roxanne Perez, she's gonna play a part, but she's gonna interfere and stuff. But I don't think that Rhea Ripley's gonna lose. Like Cholo Trucker say that she's like a big superstar. Raquel, I don't know. She don't really catch my attention like that. And I'm with Cholo Trucker because he say that she would not be like a big superstar to put up for Liv Morgan. Because if she didn't have no Liv Morgan, then I don't think she'll be big like that in Raw.
Right.
Yeah, but I got Rhea Ripley. I think Rhea Ripley's gonna win, and everybody's gonna go crazy, like the fans and everything. I think she's big over there too.
Wow. Were you gonna say something, Cholo?
Um, yeah, man. Because I'm going through it through my head. I mean, if you want Roxanne to start blowing up, you got to give her the victory. I'm sorry, Raquel. You got to give her the victory, but I think Roxanne can still interfere, try to help out, and mommy still some way somehow. I got to stick with I got to stick with mommy, man. By the way, just to mention, they're gonna wear full bodysuits because they're over there. So
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I forgot. Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
I was
Pablo, what's your
already
thoughts on
ready,
What's up
to
with
see
that,
them.
man? Anyways,
they don't show enough skin over there, man.
Oh man, I might have to skip
no,
this
it's not even
match
that.
there.
It's
I'm
the
just kidding.
they got the guys over there in small speedos, and then the women wear full clothes over there. It's like, what's up with that, man? I don't know. It's a little weird.
I'm with you on that one, man. What's your thoughts on this one, Pablo?
All right, man. So, yeah, man. Well, if we're going in the order, right? If we're going in the order, and this is the order according to WWE, right? If we're going in the order, it's going to happen. They change it sometimes. But if
Mm.
Sammy ends up winning the first match, and this is the second match, like the order they have, I could see Rhea Ripley getting screwed over. I could see her getting screwed over because if she's screwed over by Roxanne, it doesn't hurt her so much because she's screwed over. She's going to come for revenge. That makes them, the tag team champions, or, you know what I mean? They could become a tag team. And so I'm going to go the opposite of you guys. I'm going to say that Raquel's going to win by Roxanne jumping in, and she's going to just be full on, and she's going to be coming together, and it's going to be a beautiful tag team, and they're going to go on, and this is going to create the tag team that you want, Cholo.
Yeah, okay. I think that's definitely a way to go. I think you're 100% right on how they schedule this. If you're gonna have Karrion Cross cheat, and it doesn't really need to be somebody else. I mean, he has his wife with him, Scarlett, right? So
Right.
she can help him, but you're not gonna have two matches back to back where that's what happens. The outcome is because
Exactly.
somebody cheated. So yeah, if they put a little gap in between, yeah, I can definitely see that, man. I can also see Roxanne getting involved and helping Raquel, and it's still not working, and something else happening. Maybe somebody else gets involved. I don't know in the women's division what's another tag team maybe they come out and screw over Roxanne and Raquel and Roxanne, the double R's. Um, Maybe they screw them over, and which brings a bigger bond between the two. I know
Exactly.
what's her face, Natalia and that other chick. They're. It looks like they become a tag team. I don't know. Maybe they could do something like that. I think I'm still gonna go with mommy.
I agree with you. You know what? Maybe when Roxanne interfere and they screw over Rhea Ripley, maybe they could have like they could defend the titles at SummerSlam. You know, Rhea and Stephanie Bacare versus Raquel and Roxanne. You know, that'll be
Yes.
a badass match. And then maybe Rhea and Stephanie Bacare, they could win the tag titles. It could mean something. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
imagine them having the tag team title, like wow, you know. And now Cholo Truck is gonna get into it, like wow, you know what? Like I do
Yeah.
like this
Yeah.
woman tag team title thing.
No, 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 no. Okay, okay. Unless those two chicks actually become a tag team. To me, a tag team is an actual tag team, man. I don't like this. Just get two people, put them together, and they're gonna go have a tag team title match. Like, no, be a tag team. Like, that's what you guys are. You guys come out to the same music. You guys dress something similar, or your color schemes are the same. La Primera Valkyrie and Rock and Mommy, their styles are a little similar. Like they're kind of dark. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
purple.
their characters dark. And stuff. So I mean, unless they're gonna be an actual tag team, then I don't want to see that, man. But I got Mommy. I think Mommy wins. I think she
So both of you
overpowers.
got mommy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going with Raquel. Going with Raquel again by cheating, but um, hey, the most important question before we move on to the next match: Roxanne Perez, is that Dominic's new girlfriend?
Oh, definitely.
I think okay, yes, but it's gonna take time. I think maybe like a month because I think Liv is she's out for the rest of the year if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe somewhere around Survivor Series time, November ish. They start because I think Liv will be back for the Royal Rumble or something like that. I think somewhere around that time, because the flirtation is gonna keep on going, just flirting, just flirting, just flirting. But I think they actually start, making it somewhat official somewhere around November, December ish, right in time for Liv
The
to
ho-
come back.
the holidays.
He's
Yeah.
dirty Dom, man. It's gotta be, it's gotta be that, man. It's gotta be that.
Hey, Rhea Ripley could always come around again for a little drama. You never know. You know. You never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Or how about this? How about this? How about Dirty Dom never buys in or never takes the bait on Roxanne Perez, right? Like she always wants him, just the way Liv always wanted Dirty Dom. Okay, she always wanted him, but Dirty Dom never gave in until it mattered. So I'm starting to think my methodical thinking here. I'm starting to think that Dirty Dom is always going to show resistance, and Roxanne's going to be all over him. And then at the Royal Rumble, it's going to be two women left, Liv and Roxanne, and
Ooh.
Dirty Dom is going to help Roxanne
Ooh.
eliminate Liv Morgan, turn his back on Liv Morgan, and be like, I did it again. Got myself a
Ooh.
new Hyena.
Oh,
Yes, yes,
Hey, that's
man.
some good storytelling. You know, I
Yes.
agree with you on
yes.
that one.
Hire you, bro. Then we could be your co-writers.
I'm telling you, man.
Yep. Yep, bro. And then yeah, man. Oh, I could go on
I,
long that one. Okay.
what
Guys,
else do we got, Pablo?
all right, let's go on. Let's see here. The next on the list is Ooh, this should be one of the main events, but because due to one of them, it is not supposedly. But we've got the former tribal chief number 2, Solo Sikoa, versus the werewolf, Jacob Fatu. What do you say, Big Bird?
Well, I think in this match, I think Solo's gonna win the title because I try
Woo!
I try to get behind Jacob. Like he's all right, you know. Like I know a lot of people like him, but I don't know, man. Like I don't really. They put the title on him, and it was just a waste of time, you know, because he don't really like. I don't really see him as the champion yet, you know, like Intercontinental or United States champion. So I'm 100% sure that he's gonna lose the title for sure, you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
because Solo deserves it, you know. Like to be honest, you know.
Whoa.
Wow. He
So you
said
gave me some stuff to think about right there. That's a trip.
he said he's 100% sure. Like,
Man.
damn, man. Okay, I'm not even that sure, man. All right. Okay.
Let me jump in first, bro.
Go,
You
go
you'll
for
take
it.
the last.
You're a big Fatu guy, Pablo.
Oh
So
yeah.
handle this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been Fatu before he came over, dude. Uh, I love Jacob Fatu, and the reason is, when he does that little shake in the ring, I don't know what, he's kind of like having a spasm, when he's
Yeah.
doing something good. I
Oh
just like
yeah,
that's
like
that's a
like the
tribute. That's a
like the
tribute to
boogie.
the Wild Samoans. I love
Oh
that.
okay.
And but man, bro, Big Bird just gave me some stuff to think about. Be- because if Jacob Fatu just goes in and destroys and pins Solo, Solo's pretty much he's in the Sami Zayn status. He's in the B cards.
Yeah.
He'll be
Mm.
squashed forever. Don't you guys think? I think so. So man, that gave me a lot to think about. And man, I'll give my choice at the end too. But wow, some stuff to think about, bro. Go ahead, Cholo.
Man, you know what? You guys just changed my mind. You guys just changed my mind, man. You know what, man? Everything that you guys just said makes so much sense.
Yeah.
What is the upside? So people love Jacob, but see, okay, because now I'm just kind of like, is every match is every match gonna end with outside interference? Now I'm just
Right.
like, can we do that? Solo Solo does have, I don't know what he calls his crew. I don't know if they're still called the new bloodline or what, but he's still holding on to a little bit of the crew. I guess some of the other guys they're ready to come back, the Tonga Loa guy or whatever. I
Right.
don't know, but um whatever he calls his crew, I mean I'm sure they're gonna make their presence felt. Um if if they're still gonna go down the line of Solo running his faction, which apparently I think one of those guys, I don't know, I forget their names, Tonga Loa and the other guy. I guess one of those guys is coming back as a solo competitor. He's not gonna be part of it, from what I understand. Um, but if you're gonna have Solo as a leader, I think you gotta put that strap on him, man.
Ooh.
Oh, definitely.
I think you gotta put that strap on him. If he loses, like Fatu, he's over. I don't think him losing is gonna hurt him that bad, and then he can start chasing it back, and maybe take it back to SummerSlam or something of that sort. Man, I was going with Fatu on this one, 100%, but now I'm not so sure. I think I'm leaning
Right.
toward Solo now, man. I'll say you, Pablo.
I agree, bro. 100% with everything you said. Um, Solo. First, they're not. This is one match. Like I know we speculate on every match, but this is one match where Solo's not going to get pinned. I mean, Fatu's not going to get pinned clearly.
Mm,
It's going to be outside interference or something happens. Something happens. And we're starting to prepare our way for SummerSlam, so we never know what's going to happen. And yeah, man. So I'm a Big Bird changed my mind. I'm going with Solo Sikoa. I don't know how, but because if Solo loses, he's relegated to nothingness. He's just there, bro. No one's gonna respect him. I know us three right here. How are we gonna respect Solo after this if he loses again? He just got punked.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
So yeah, man. I'll throw it back to you, Big Bird, for the last word.
Yeah, and then he's gonna win the title, and then that's when Jacob Fatu he chased him all the way to SummerSlam because this year SummerSlam they're gonna make it big because it's gonna be 2 nights, right? It's gonna be the
Right.
first time
It is.
it's gonna be
Yes.
2 night, so it makes sense, like for him to lose a title this Saturday, so that way, yeah, a lot of people are behind him. Don't get me wrong. I even have a cousin too that he already got the shirts and everything. And it's not gonna really hurt him much. But if Solo loses, then yeah, it is gonna hurt him much, and his character and everything. But so he's gonna win the title. Solo's gonna win the title this Saturday, and so that way they could have the rematch on SummerSlam, and that's when Jacob's gonna win the title back, and it's gonna be big and everything.
Wow.
That's what I
Wow.
think. That's what I think.
Stuff
Big,
to
big,
think about.
Big Bird is Solo your tribal chief, Holmes? I'm just asking. I'm just
Oh
asking.
no! I mean,
Okay.
I'm not behind them like that, but like I do pay attention, and I'm like, you know what, like this guy, he has it, he has something special, but I cannot put my finger in it yet, but like he's gonna grow more, like in the company and stuff, but not yet, like he's not quite there yet, but he has something special.
Let's all take a moment and acknowledge our tribal chief.
Wow.
We acknowledge you, our tribal chief.
Yes, sir. And word is today and yesterday floating around that he is coming back for SummerSlam with the new name.
Mm.
With a new maybe not the tribal chief, something else.
Who? Roman Reigns?
Yeah, SummerSlam, bro. It's
With
floating
a
around.
new name.
Not his name's Roman Reigns, but you know what I mean. A
No,
new title.
okay, so he's not going to be the tribal chief anymore?
He hasn't been. He's been the what is it? The OG.
OTC.
OT.
OTC. Yeah, but that's still related. It's original tribal chief.
Yeah,
and
but he's
and,
gonna
and
have another new one.
let
Another
me
new
give
one.
you
It's
another
gonna be
No,
rich like
no,
that. Huh?
let me give you another news about him. So they just hired him to be in the new Street Fighter movie.
Roman?
Yep.
Oh,
Roman
okay,
Reigns.
okay. Who's he
Good.
playing it? Who's he playing in Street Fighter?
Oh man, what's that character name with the he has like the red hair and he has like a necklace también. I
He
forgot. I
has
don't know.
the
I'm a Mortal
red
Kombat
hair.
guy.
I'm a street. Oh, is it one of these new Street Fighter? What? Like I just
Yeah,
yeah.
he's the villain. He's the villain.
Wait.
Yeah,
He's
so
not.
so they
Wait, Bison?
no I don't know. I forgot his name. I'm sorry. It's because I'm a Mortal Kombat guy. So
Okay, no, I'm a Street Fighter guy, but later on they started adding new characters, and I just never really got into it. So I don't know if it's one of those dudes.
yeah, so they gave Roman Reigns. He's gonna be in the new Street Fighter movie. So congratulations to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to him because the Jean Claude Van Damme Raul Julia Street Fighter movie wasn't really all that good. That movie was not good. And this is coming from a big JCVD fan, man. I love Jean Claude Van Damme, but all right, okay. Well, you know what? Then I'll ask you, Pablo. Then I'll ask you, Big Bird. Any chance that we see Roman Reigns on here? Yeah, not just for this match, but does he make an appearance? If he is coming back for SummerSlam, does he make an appearance?
Oh, that's a good question. I gotta think about that one.
Okay,
Uh,
all right, Pablo. I don't know if you know, but you muted yourself again.
so the question is, does he make an appearance at SummerSlam? Right?
No, because he's apparently he will be at SummerSlam, right, to have a match. So does he
Okay.
make an appearance at Night of Champions?
Oh no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, okay. Pablo?
Nah, man. I mean, anything's possible, but they are going to start building the SummerSlam. They have to
Okay,
start pointing that way. Anything's
okay.
possible, but does he really want to take that ride? But then again, the Saudis pay a lot of money, so you never know, man. You never know.
So so just to make it clear, so we all have Solo?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All
I
right.
would have
All right.
never thought until Big Bird
I
changed my mind.
I was leaning towards Jacob, man. I was leaning towards Jacob, but yeah. I'm with that.
If Solo loses, he needs to go away for a while because we're gonna look at
Mm.
him like less, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and I don't think that can happen because this new guy stepped in, so you just gonna just have him just drown because nobody knows him. Nobody cares for him. He needs to be by Solo.
Yeah.
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 So
And I
yeah.
agree with Big Bird on something before we move on that you know, right now in the character that he is playing Solo,
Mm.
that he there is more. When he gets another character, we see them when he's joking or something, his facial expressions are very good. So I think there is more in him where he's going to grow into when he finds his full character, and I think Solo is going to be more exciting and better. But right now he's playing the role of like a Suge Knight, so he can only do so much in his character. You know?
I agree. I agree. One thing that does stick out about him is his facial expressions. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I
All
agree.
righty. Let's go on to the next one. This one, I'll go first. I'll go first on this one. This is a match, the Queen of the Ring final.
Mm.
Jay Cargill versus Cholo Trucker's favorite, Asuka. Well, this is my match I'm not too excited about, man. I will say that Jade Cargill, she has got a lot better than when she first came out. She's still a little rusty. She's getting better. Asuka, and I'm going to say this, Cholo, it might be time to take her behind the barn and put her
Mm.
into AJ Styles territory, kind of like back that way in the Miz territory. You know what I mean? Like, I think she has overstayed her reign at the top. And,
Mm.
man, I think this is going to be Jade Cargill's night. I'm not certain, but I think Asuka. I don't think no one's really excited for Asuka. Am I wrong? Tell me, guys. Let me know. You want to go on to you, Cholo, next, or Big Bird?
Because nobody's ready for Oscar. That's what it is, man. Go
Nobody ready for Asuka.
go for it, Big Bird. What's your thoughts on this, man? Remember, it's not just Queen of the Ring. The winner gets a title shot at SummerSlam.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know me. I like Io Sky, and they
Mm.
be teasing a match between Io Sky and Asuka. So I'm 100% sure that Asuka's gonna win, so they could have that match at SummerSlam because they want to make this SummerSlam, this year's SummerSlam, like big and expect, spectacular and everything. So I see that happening, like Asuka winning because she was gone like for a year, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
It
And
was a while. She was gone for a while. Yeah.
yeah, she was gone for a while. So I'm pretty sure. I think she wasn't happy, right? At some time. So I'm pretty sure they promised her, like, "Hey, you know what? If you come back and we're gonna make you like the queen of the ring and give you a title shot at SummerSlam." And I do want to see that match. Hopefully Asuka wins and she challenges Io Sky for the title at SummerSlam, and it's gonna be a good match. Which I think that at that time Io Sky, she's gonna win too. Like I don't think Asuka's gonna win, so that way it's like a passing of the torch.
Yeah, Asuka had some problems. She had the injury, then she was unhappy. Then I guess she had some stalker stalking her or something.
Oh yeah, that was me.
I
No, I'm just
yeah, I know, man. I tell you to lay off the drogas, man. You know what I mean? Um, all right, look, I'm halfway there with you, Pablo. I think your time is come and gone. She just got back. The best thing, in my opinion, is to have Oscar win. What freaking Jade Cargill, to me, look, man, she looks cool. She looks like Storm from the X-Men. But yeah, I still don't think she's there, man, as a wrestler. And if you're gonna have her in a title match at one of the big four, this being SummerSlam, and again, we'll emphasis by saying that this is going to be a two-night SummerSlam for the first time ever. So it's going to be like a WrestleMania almost. Yeah, I don't think you throw Jade in there. Now her character is big, her character sells, but I think the match that sells more than a character is Asuka and Io. And I think you got to go with Asuka on this one, especially since she just got back. What else are you gonna have Asuka do? Who else is she gonna beef it with? What else, And I think there's even a way here, but at the same time, I'm gonna say what I said about the last match. Is every single match gonna end with outside interference? Um, I don't think they can do that. However, Jade has some unfinished business with Naomi. So I can definitely see Naomi, sticking her dirty hands in this match and costing Jade Cargill the match. But nonetheless, if I'm looking forward to the future, to SummerSlam, I think I think Jade Cargill sells more than Asuka right now.
Definitely.
However, I say Asuka versus Io sells more than Jade versus Io. So I'm gonna go Asuka winning this match.
and I agree with you, Cholo Trucker. I didn't thought about this, but you're right. You're right about like what if she loses? Asuka, like there's nothing more, like for her or
Yeah,
what.
she's done it all.
Uh-huh. So it makes
Well,
sense. It makes
well,
sense for her
Pablo,
to win.
Pablo, let me ask you this, because you're picking Jade, right? Okay, so
Yes.
what happens with the beef that she has with Naomi? I mean, that from now to some, do they just have a regular match at a Raw or a SmackDown? I mean,
Yeah,
what
they can
happens to
milk
that
it
beef?
for a while. They can milk it. They can milk it. But I think Jade's going up, Oscar's going down. They invested a lot in Jade. Now I know her wrestling's not there yet. The looks there, everything's there, but man, they could make it look spectacular to have a great match. Now, don't get me wrong, Io Sky and Oscar would be a great one, but I don't think people are really excited for Oscar. I don't know. I don't know. I could be wrong, but man, dude, Oscar, I was a big push behind her, her and the Kabuki Warriors and everything, man. So, you know, I'm picking Jade. I'm not hard on it, but I don't think now you talk about people jumping in or getting involved. Cholo, you have a point. Everyone can't be, but this is one where Naomi can come out without getting involved and just do a little distraction where it causes her the match, not really put hands on her. So that way, like not every match is a run-in, where they jump inside the ring. It
Right.
could be something like that, just a little distraction, and Jade loses and shakes the hand of Asuka and goes on, you know. So if Jade wins, it's going to be a clean pin. They
Okay.
will not pin Jade clean right now because she's moving up.
Okay. Okay. I look. I'm kind of with you, Pablo, that I'm not really sure if people are that excited that Asuka's back. I do believe though people will be excited for Asuka versus Io.
Of
That
course.
I think that's, to me, that's the selling point to me, is because I do believe if she becomes Queen of the Ring, she'll go face Io, and I think that match sells itself. But as Asuka, just on her own right now, no, I don't think she is. I think her time has come and gone. But I think this is a match that has to happen. So that's why I'm gonna go Asuka on it.
Yeah, and you're right because maybe it's something that WWE's wanted to do forever.
Mm.
Put Oscar and Io. So that does write itself. And maybe it's something they want to get done before Oscar leaves, retires. So, it could be, man. I mean, that's a way to go too. I'm happy with either one. I don't know where they're going with Jade, if they're gonna, put the strap on her soon or where they're going, but yeah, man, it's crazy.
I'll make it clear. I'm not happy with either one. I think going with Jade Cargill, I think it's the wrong choice, man. Honestly, I think it's the wrong choice right now, man. I'm not happy with that. Let's go get him, Oscar. Nobody's ready for Oscar. I go. I'm not happy with Jade Cargill winning this match.
Yeah, Oscar is definitely like to see her lose now would be kind of a waste to lose her last little run. Yeah. So
Mm.
I see what you're saying, but they made worse mistakes. So we'll see, you know.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Any last words, Big Bird?
No, that's it. I just think that Asuka's gonna win for sure. And like you say, like they cannot waste her. Like that. Like her last little run. Like she has to win and go and face Io Sky, because
Yeah,
that
you
match
guys
is gonna
got great
be
points. Great
yeah.
points right there.
Yeah, that match is gonna be great. Like you say, maybe they had it like in mind. Like, what, we want to put these two wrestlers together like at some point, and I think this is the opportunity, and they had to take the chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, good points, guys.
Yeah.
Good.
Oscar's up there in age, man.
Yeah, I'm not digging her face paint either, man. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I'll be real, man. When she went a little too overboard for me with all the contacts and the face paint and all that. Like, yeah, it got a little too crazy for me.
Wow.
Yeah,
This
yeah, it
is a
did.
crazy one, guys. This is a crazy match. I'm excited to hear your guys' takes on this one. We'll go to you first, Cholo. And man, this is a match that a lot of people have been waiting for. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton, King of the Ring finale. It seems clear where they're going with this to me, but I could be wrong. But I'm excited to hear your guys' thoughts. So go ahead, Cholo.
Okay. All right. Look. Me personally, I never thought Legacy was that big. I didn't. Ever since Cody Rhodes came back, I've been hearing about, like, oh man, they gotta have this match, because there's the remember them with Legacy. With Legacy, they were a team, and Ted DiBiase was there, man, and Legacy, and I'm like, I remember Legacy, okay, I do. Was it really that big of a deal? I never made any correlation with any of that. So people started reminded me. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, huh? They were a team in Legacy, but to me it wasn't like a big deal. Like Evolution,
Right.
that was big with
Yes.
Randy Orton, Batista, Triple H, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. Like that was big. I'm like, oh wow, okay, that's something big. Legacy to me, I don't know, man. It was just kind of like, all right, cool, whatever's. And now everybody's making it a big deal. Like, hey, there's a big deal. I'm like, I don't know, guys. I had to be reminded of that to try to make it big to some certain extent. Am I really that excited for this match? I mean, nah, not really, man. But I'm gonna say, look, uh, now it's not clear to me that the winner gets to choose, or they have to go after the championship on whatever respective brand they're on, whether they're on the blue or the red. That's not clear to me. If anybody knows, let me know. But I'm assuming they could go after any title, like the winner of the Royal Rumble can. Um, so if Randy wins, I don't, I don't want to see him go up against John Cena again, right? So then he'll go after Gunther, right? Or Goldberg, depending what happens. that's that's a conversation for another day. But
Right.
I mean, Cody versus John Cena at SummerSlam, I think that's definitely the way you got to go. Then again, like I said, I don't know if you are handcuffed to go after the champion at your respected brand or not, if you get to choose. But if you get to choose, then I it has to be Cody, man. I don't see how Randy Orton can win this, and it's a bigger match if whoever he goes after. If he goes after Gunther or John Cena, I don't think it's a bigger match. I think it sells more. Even if Cody goes after Gunther, I think that's bigger than Randy going after Gunther. So I think you got to go Randy on this one. I'm not I'm not downplaying the match. It's just I didn't make that big connection, and I'm not that excited. Like, whoa, these guys were in Legacy together. Like, I don't know, Legacy was never really that big,
You're
but
right.
that's where I stand, man. I think Cody wins.
I'll go next, Big Bird, and we'll throw it to you for the final, okay?
Okay.
Um, you're right, Cholo. It wasn't that big a deal. It was one of those things where they were trying to use Randy to build up teacher student, and that's what they're doing with Solo. They're using Solo to build up these other guys around him, right? And they're using Seth Rollins to build up these other guys, Braun Breaker and them, right? So it happens a lot, but it didn't really work. Legacy didn't really work like they wanted it to, I think. But for this match, I think they're going to go with Cody Rhodes. I think they're going to go with Cody Rhodes and all the way to SummerSlam. I think it's going to be a clean pin. They're going to go to shake hands, and then Randy's gonna drop him. Something. Randy's going to go back to the dark side. I can't see. I think Randy deserves that final push, just like Asuka, but I can't see them putting him over Cody Rhodes. He's their baby face. He's the new John Cena. So I'll stick with that pick. It's unfortunate. Sorry, Randy, but I think you're going down.
Wow, no love for
And I
the
like Randy.
Viper.
No, I like Randy better than him. But I got to be real. If you think about the company, Cody Rhodes is their money person.
Wow. Okay. Big Bird, Mr. 100% Vato, man, because that's who you've been tonight. You're like
Yep.
100%. Can the Viper hit the RKO and get the 1, 2, 3 on this one, man?
I think the only time he's gonna hit that RKO is when Cody wins and they shake hand and boom,
Yeah.
But
Damn.
I'm into Cody Rhodes right now because he reminds me like Hulk Hogan, Lex Luger,
Right.
like he's like the baby face, he's the money maker and stuff like that. And I was excited for this match until I saw the poster of SummerSlam. And then I saw Cody on the poster and I'm like, wait a minute.
What?
And
Serious?
they have Cody on the poster of SummerSlam. Then who he's gonna face, right? Like if you think about it, like the only person he could face is John Cena for the title, right?
Okay. So we're all going with Cody, right? And I think that makes the most sense. Is it possible that he goes after Gunther and leaves John Cena alone for whatever reason?
Nah, I don't think so. That wouldn't not sell or make sense,
Mm.
And
Pablo?
I'm a Gunther fan.
Yeah, Gunther has really he's proved himself, man. What could you say about him, right?
Yeah.
But man, Gunther headlining WrestleMania is not going to sell a lot of tickets, bro.
That's true.
I think
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam. I know he is gonna headline it. That's probably why they got the title on him. Goldberg's not gonna win. We know that. So man, so Yeah, Gunther is. It has to be. I don't know what's going on, man. That's all I'm gonna say.
It has to be Jay for sure again, you know.
Oh gosh, gosh, darn it, man, son of a bastard.
Hey, how
I
long did
got
Jay? Man, how
I
long did he
think
have the title?
50 or 55 days.
That would be a Sami Zayn reign, like Cholo was talking about. He would do that kind of reign, right, Cholo?
well, I mean, look, Sami Zayn didn't have a long reign with the Intercontinental title either.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Sami Zayn's the one that dethroned Gunther from the longest IC reign of
Ooh.
all time. And it's not like Sami Zayn remained IC champion for a year or anything. He didn't have it too long.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah. They
I
can make some moves right now. Putting Gunther on the headlining SummerSlam is just it doesn't it do it for the hardcore people like us. It's okay, but if you want to sell tickets, man, get people excited, man, you got to pull in somebody else, bro. The tribal chief, some
I,
other things.
look, gentlemen. I'm gonna be honest, man. This is probably like the least interesting match to me. I
Chief,
it just it is, man, and it's probably the two biggest stars on
yeah,
the show. It's just the least interesting because I just don't see Randy having a chance in all of this. And if he does win, I don't know, man. It kind of throws like a bucket of ice water on some fire. It's like at the same time, I don't know if I really want to see Cody Rhodes versus John Cena at SummerSlam. I think it's a big seller, but John Cena, in my opinion, needs to remain champion for the rest of the year.
hey Cholo, let me ask you guys this, both of you guys.
Okay.
So with okay, you're talking about you don't know if you want to see Cody and John. Is it because are you guys 100% invested in the character that John Cena is playing? Do you think he needs to go back to who he was? Are you happy with him finishing this run like this, being the bad guy, being the heel, or is it working? Is it, in other words, are you not wanting to see Cody and John because of John Cena's character?
Go for it, Big Bird.
Well, I mean, the match is gonna happen for sure, you know. Even if I don't want to like see it or not see it
Right.
or see it, because like you say, like SummerSlam has to really sell out because it's 2 nights, you know. Like they cannot risk it and be like, oh yeah, Gunther versus Goldberg 2 or Gunther versus Jay 2, you know, because it's not gonna sell, you know. So like yeah, like I do want to see that match, but I'm not really excited. But I don't think John Cena's gonna lose, you know. Like when he turned heel at the beginning, like I was like really not like behind it. I was kind of like, "Ah, I think he's faking it, but lately he's like really like being a heel, you know, like damn, you know, he's really selling it. So I really like that. But I think there's gonna be a time and point, like a point in time that my bad that he's gonna turn face before he leaves, you know. So that way he drops the title to Cody at the end and shake his hand and kind of like the passing of the torch, you know.
Mm,
Okay. All right. Here's what I'll say to your question, Pablo. This has been the absolute worst heel turn in history.
could be.
It is gosh awful, man. The
Worse
best,
than the shocker.
worse than the shocker falling over himself. Um, it's just horrible because on the caliber that it's at, John Cena is one of the top dogs. You name the biggest names in wrestling ever, and his name is up there with those guys. He's up there with the Bruno San Martinos, the Vern
Yes.
Gagne's, the Hulk Hogan's, the Steve Austins. His name is up there with those guys as big as he is. And this heel turn just sucks, man. And in my opinion, I was just thinking right now as Big Bird was talking, because I was saying like I was saying John Cena needs to remain champion all the way to his final match. Now I'm starting to think, okay, I don't want to see John Cena end his career as a heel. I think he needs to go back to the hustle, loyalty, respect. And now I'm starting to think, man. Now I'm starting to think that Cody Rhodes is going to win in Saudi Arabia, face John Cena at SummerSlam, go heel, turn heel, because there's been rumors, is Cody Rhodes ever going to turn heel?
Right.
Pushing John Cena to be the baby face, and then John Cena. But then again, it's like, then what do you do? Do you have John Cena beef it with Cody Rhodes for the rest of the year? Like I don't know, man. I'm a little lost. I'm a little lost. But if to answer your question, Pablo, is definitely, you know, it's been definitely been a wet blanket, man,
Yep.
on some fire. And the best thing he did was the promo, the so-called pipe freaking thing that he did, the pipe bomb
Right.
promo that he did with uh, um, CM Punk.
Right. Wow. Wow. And you know what? To add to what you're saying, I think it was yesterday or the day before. I'm sure you guys seen it. Cody Rhodes was saying maybe they were asking him about turning heel. He goes, maybe in like 3 years I could see myself turning heel. That he's trying to say 3 years from now. You got people talking, bro. It might happen this weekend, bro. It might happen
Eh,
soon. It might happen sooner than we think, bro. You know,
okay,
I
it
don't
can.
know. But if that happens, he loses all those T-shirt sales and everything, you know. And the other
Yeah, that's
thing,
true.
this is what I hope not, that John Cena is going to do an Undertaker and put over Cody Rhodes. You know, like, hey, I'm an old guy now. Let me put him over. You know, like he did to Brock Lesnar. You know, like Undertaker did to Brock Lesnar. Like it's time to put him over. So I hope that doesn't happen because if that happens, that's they're pretty much saying Randy's done with the titles and how could we ever believe in Randy, man? They might as well put him back there with the Miz and Asuka and all them, you know.
Hey, whoa, easy, easy, man. Easy. Putting everybody over there. All right, Pablo, we got one more.
Yeah, we got one more, bro. We got one more. And I know everybody listening is excited to hear about how me and Big Bird are going for Gunther and how Cholo Trucker is going for Goldberg. But we'll save that for another day. So here we go. This is the match that people are really excited about. They're really excited about not because of Cena, but because of Punk. So we have the
Mm.
undisputed WWE Championship, John Cena versus CM Punk. What say you guys?
All right, I'll start off with this one, man. I've said it before. I've said it clear. I'm not a CM Punk guy. I don't get the whole hype behind him, but at least this run that he's had since what, last year, it has been. It's been a little bit more exciting. I haven't become a fan of his, but I'm like, okay, I'm more invested in CM Punk now than I ever have been. I CM Punk's not winning this match. I don't think he can, man. I think it would ruin. I and by the way, we just talked about John Cena's heel turn and how horrible it is. I think this would make it even worse. But if we're thinking, all right, what happens when Cody, is it going to be Cody versus John? Well, what about Cody versus CM Punk? Does that sell at SummerSlam?
Definite.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
so
definitely.
I don't think anybody's giving CM Punk a chance, including myself. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like, man, you know what? That would be a huge bombshell. Plus, John Cena has about, I don't know, 15, 14 more dates to make an appearance. So if he loses and takes some time off, let all the bad taste that he has left behind with this extremely horrible heel turn run, because the heel turn I thought was pretty cool, but the run that he's had is it's extremely horrible.
Right.
He takes time off. We still have What are we? The end? We still have what, 5 months left? He's only got about 14 more dates to show up. So I say he he loses to CM Punk, which nobody will see coming. Nobody will predict that. We get Cody Rhodes versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. Between now and then, John Cena, we don't hear a freaking peep from him. We don't see him. Nothing, disappears. It becomes an afterthought, and he shows up at SummerSlam, and he doesn't have to be that heel John
Ooh.
Cena anymore, kind of reinventing himself, because that heel turn without The Rock and without any of that, it's gone. It's garbage. It's trash. It's been trash. It's done, man. It just did not work. Lose to CM Punk. CM Punk gets to beat John Cena, become champion, headline with Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. John Cena take that time off, come back, and again, you only got like 14. I don't know how many dates you got left. 13, 14, 15, and we still got almost half a year left. So I
Right.
could definitely see CM Punk. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I can't make my prediction yet. I want to say John Cena, but after everything that I just said, uh, I could see CM Punk winning, man.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. Crazy. Yeah. What do you say, Big Bird?
Yeah, like me, I'm a John Cena fan and a CM Punk fan. But when it comes to them wrestling a match, I always go for CM Punk. So damn, Cholo Trucker got me thinking. Like, I was gonna say, like, you know what, John Cena's gonna win. He's gonna do the kick in the nuts and hit with the bell and 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's all she wrote, you know. But I'm like, you know what? And and the calculation is right. Like, he only has after Saturday, he's gonna have only like 14 days left, or maybe 13, because I'm pretty sure he got to show up for SmackDown, right? Like this tomorrow, right?
I don't
So
know if he does. Then yeah,
so I'm like, yeah, he has to lose the title at some point, so that way, he could be able to show up, like August, September, whatever, no, that's on November, December. I'm with you. I want CM Punk to win. At first, I was thinking like, nah, he's not gonna win. Even though I really want him to win. But you know what? I'm 100% sure. Like, I think he is gonna win. He's gonna shock the world, and he's gonna win the title because every time they go against each other, CM Punk, he always beats John Cena. Like throughout history, pues.
mm.
Crazy.
I just want to ask Big Bird something. I don't know if you caught this, Pablo, but I want to clarify something because you said you're 100% sure you think. Okay, so do you think, Big Bird, or you're 100% sure on this?
Ooh.
I'm 100% sure.
That CM Punk's going to win?
Yeah, CM Punk's gonna win the title.
Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, okay, okay. Pablo?
So I did just while Big Bird was talking, I just did a quick AI search, right?
Mm,
And it
Yep.
says John Cena is currently filming a movie in Budapest and will be
Oh,
absent for a brief period from the WWE, right? So
mm.
if this is true, I don't know if it's true, right? I just did that, right?
yeah.
So that Cholo Trucker, or which one of you I forget, talked about if he would go away for a while because they still have half a year left, right? It would totally make sense. That would be cool. Um, before we move on, I would just like to say I think it's time for CM Punk to hang up the speedos and put on some shorts, por favor. You know, just come on, for our eyes' sake.
Yeah.
And do you guys agree with that?
I agree, dog. You know what, man? You're showing satellite there, guy. You know what I mean? You're not a young buck anymore. So yeah, throw on some shorts, throw on some pants, go the BK pants style or something, man.
Yeah, Billy Kidman or something, huh? Hey, hey,
Something,
yeah,
yes.
because that's when remember when Triple H, when they were arguing in the ring years ago before he left, called him skinny fat, all this stuff, man. Oh my gosh. So anyway, that's number one. That's most important. So I do think that man, I could only go with my gut here. I think that CM Punk is going to win. I don't know how or what. I do believe that John Cena, if this is true, needs to go away for a movie, bro. I'm going to stick with that. Even though there's no evidence of it really, I'm going to stick with that. I'm going to go with that, Cholo, because there's too much time left in the year, right? He could do those
Right.
14 things and 14 dates in 2-3 months, bro. So that what does that leave, dude? So what's he gonna do? Like two a month, you know? So yeah, man. And so I'm trying to go CM Punk very simply, but I do have a question for you guys.
All
This
right.
is, do you think? Okay, if CM Punk wins, it's obviously a good way to go off the air. Okay, you go off the air, CM Punk winning, celebrating, whatever. Um, does anything happen in this match? Is there any interference? Is there anybody coming back? You know what I mean? Is there any involvement? I mean, we got out there. We got The Rock, the Brock Lesnar, the Tribal Chief. We got Seth Rollins. We got so many people out there. Just do you guys believe or do you see anything happening after the match or causing the ending?
Um, no, no, I don't. Saudi does pay a lot of money. Are they paying enough money for The Rock to make an appearance? The only reason why I bring up The Rock is because is there any going to be any connection between John Cena and The Rock? I think that's kind of waved bye. Um, I do remember hearing The Rock mention something like, "Well, there's maybe some connection or something." I don't know, but I just no. I'm convincing. I'm being convinced more and more that I think CM Punk is gonna win the strap, and if he wins the strap, no, I think he wins it straight up. Straight up. Yeah, I think he wins it straight up. Big Bird.
Yeah, I don't think nobody's gonna interfere. I think he's gonna win it, and that's it. Like the show's gonna go off air, and let's see what happened in Raw.
So let me ask you guys this:
Okay.
should John Cena win, how does it end?
I
The,
think
the,
it.
the, the kick to the nuts and the title to the head.
I think if John Cena wins, I think Seth Rollins is gonna cash in for sure because if I'm not mistaken, I think there's a new movie coming out, no, like this month or next month. So I think John Cena got to do like the press conference and all this stuff, right?
Ooh, what about if CM Punk pulls out the steel cup? You know,
Oh,
You know what? You just mentioned something, Big Bird. I completely forgot. Where do where does Seth Rollins fit into all this? He
exactly.
is Mr. Money in the Bank, Pablo. What's your thoughts
Exactly.
on it?
it's because I
What?
heard I heard that supposedly he's over there, right? Seth Rollins, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, interesting.
Okay, okay, but well, Pablo, does Seth Rollins play a role at all? At Money Night of Champions.
Man, wouldn't that be crazy if CM Punk does win, and then he comes out with his faction, cashes in, takes it away? That would be insane, bro. That would be the ending of endings, and that would be a big SummerSlam main event too. To go back. Seth Rollins is champion and CM Punk trying to get the title back that he held for like 30 seconds.
Yeah,
All
that's
right,
true.
all right, guys. So we have about 24 weeks left in the year. Okay, I was just counting them right now. I might be off a week or two. Well, I'm sorry. We have more weeks left, but since John Cena, his last date is set at Saturday night's main event, which is in the middle of December. There's about 24 weeks left in the year for him, with 14 dates. That's not even once a week, man. That's not even once a week. Maybe let's say he has more. Let's say I know he has less than 20. For dang sure he has that. He has somewhere around like 15 at the most.
Yeah.
So that's not even one appearance a week. And that is again, you gotta remember, can he show up once a week? Yeah, sure, fine, he can. But how about building whatever PLE he's gonna be on? He needs to show up 2 times, right? The either the Raw or SmackDown, and then the PLD. That's 2 appearances in 1 week. So he's definitely, man. Now I'm kind of convinced that CM Punk is gonna win. Now I am. Now I am. There's just too much time left for him. Like I said, he doesn't need to show up every week. I understand that. But if he's going to be having a match at a PLE, he needs to promote that. And that's 2 appearances in 1 week. There's just not enough appearances and not enough time left. I'm sorry, there's too much time. Now I'm convinced that man, I think CM Punk is going to win. I think he's winning.
Dang. And you know what Big Bird said too is so true though. On the opposite end, if not, CM Punk has beat John Cena. You know, he's beat him. He beat him right then, took the title from him, and maybe they want to give John Cena his payback, and then Cena gets it. I mean, CM Punk gets it back later on. You know, does John Cena want to beat CM Punk before he retires? That's what I'm saying too. So that's something to throw into the mix. Or is he okay with just being a loser to CM Punk? You know?
John Cena's going to come back as the baby face, as the hustle, loyalty, respect. He's going to win. He's going to win the 18th championship as a baby face.
That'd be dope.
Breaking his own record, but he's not going to be the heel anymore, and he's going to retire the belt, giving his thank you to everybody, being that baby face that everybody loved and hated. That's how it's going to happen. You know what? I think Punk is winning. I think Punk is winning. I'm convinced CM Punk is winning this. CM Punk is winning.
Hey, that's a good one. You know that he wins the 18th. You know, the 18th time. I
Yeah.
hadn't thought about that one, but that'll be great. You know.
Yeah, CM Punk is gonna win this, and who knows, man? Maybe CM Punk wins and Seth Rollins cashes in on him. I don't know, but I think Punk is gonna win this.
Hey, that would be exciting, man, to see Seth cash in. You know, that would be exciting. Something new, something different. You know.
Okay. All right. Wow. Anything else, gentlemen, before we wrap it up?
No. Well, I can't wait for Saturday. You know, it's gonna be a good PLE. And thank you for having me.
We're out here. We're out here in Killer Cali, man. What time does it start, Pablo? Do you know?
I don't.
I think it's like a 10 o'clock start. Do you know, Big Bird?
I know it starts early, right? Like around maybe 1 or 2, 3 p.m., right? If I'm not mistaken.
I think it's a 10 o'clock start, man.
Morning, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Hey, could I ask you one last question before you guys?
Go for it.
Before we hang up, where is Drew McIntyre, and what direction is the Queen Charlotte going? Is she have anything to do with this, or she just sidelined? You know.
Go ahead.
Well, I did hear about Drew McIntyre that he's been off just to get some rest. He's not injured, just taking a little bit of time off. I have not heard anything about Charlotte. Go for it, Big Bird.
No, I think they over there in the bag with Sami Zayn and who else? Asuka and all them.
Easy.
Brock Lesnar and all the people you put in the bag.
That's classic. Oh, man.
All right. Okay. So it starts 10 a.m. our time.
Okay, 10 a.m.
We're out here in California, man. Yeah, 10 o'clock our time. 10 in the morning our time.
Cool.
So
thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, gentlemen. Well, gracias so much, man. And we'll definitely chop it up again. Let's see what happens. Night of Champions. I'm somewhat excited for it. I think it's
Now I
pretty
am.
cool. Now I am too, man. I'm more excited for it now, man. But all right. Well, that is Pablo from the LA Times. Big Bird, Cholo Trucker, Wrestling Rehab. Shouts to all the junkies. I wanted to see if nah, that video is too long, man. I'll go out with the original. Catch you guys on next one.
Thank you.
Take it home and I'll take off.